right, Alexa, take us away. This is a wild story.
Yes, so everybody probably remember when Sean Ford was planned to perform across Canada, and Park Canada, as well as other woke institutions, tried to actually cancel him a little bit everywhere. And I think the worst part was in Montreal when he was set to perform in the church called Ministerios Restauración, that is actually a church mainly managed by Latin American people. And so we had a bunch of protesters who were protesting in front of the church, but one of the radical was able to come and pass the police line and enter the church and threw two small bombs into the stage. He was able to live and get away without being arrested or without being identified. We have his face because he was in mask. So at Rebel, what we did is like we launched a campaign of $1,000 reward for finding that person, because we knew that the SPVM, the Montreal Police, will not have deployed the resources needed to identify that person. So finally, I had some people who reached out to me, and everything that I received led me to the same person, that is Gabriel Lepage. So Gabriel Lepage, who is the alleged smoke bomber, works at the National Defense on a military base in Montreal. And so I was waiting for him to get back to work because I knew, according to my source, that he was out of work. I don't know if it's because he was sick or because he was on vacation, but since the church incident, he was not at work. So I waited patiently to him to go back to work, and finally he came back, not last week but the week before. And so last week on Wednesday, I went patiently outside of the military base until the end of the day, because I knew he will at one point finish his day. And I questioned him, and I said, if you think you did nothing wrong, but let's call the Montreal police. Let's identify you and let's the investigation take off. And so I called the SPVM. I waited for half an hour. During this time, I was questioning Mr. Lepage about if he had any ties to Antifa, if someone who threw a smoke bomb into a mosque or a pride parade, what should be the consequences? And if he believed that the person who did that should be paying for the damage of the church, and if he should face consequences. I saw him texting. He even called the police saying that I was harassing him. And at one point, because we saw that no car of police was coming to us, so he started walking, and I called back the police to say, listen, we changed location. We are going towards this direction. If you can actually come and join us. And so they say, can you please stop following him? You are harassing him. And I was like, what are you talking about? Now you say that I'm actually the one who is wrong in this? It's like, I'm actually asking you to come to identify a suspect in a hate crime. And finally, at the same moment I was talking with the police, the first thug on bicycle, that is an Antifa, came aggressively and tried to help Gabriel Lepage. He said, hey, buddy, come. And Gabriel Lepage followed them. And then I say, who are you? Do you know this person? Is it your friend? And then he kind of left. And I was with Gabriel Lepage, and I said, listen, we will see each other again I'm going to give every information I have to the police. You don't want to give me your side of the story, but I'm going to run that story anyway. And I say, we will probably see each other again. And I left. And the minute I left, two other person on a bicycle, fully masked, dressing with black clothes, and came towards me and attacked me physically. Gabriel Lepage was able to see it. It was not far from me. And then they left towards Gabriel Lepage, a white car with a woman with a green hair, went there towards Gabriel Lepage, called the thug on bicycle, and then I spoke in front of the camera, and when I turned around, they were all gone. They escaped. And it's been a week, and I called the police yesterday, and they say there is no new development in this investigation. If we did arrest someone, you will know about it. That will be new. But as of right now, they didn't arrest nobody. I don't know if they identify someone because they are not transparent about that case. The Department of National Defense didn't write back to me. I wrote to multiple people inside of the department and in the military base. I also wrote to the union. I had no email back from nobody. I know that there is Joe Warmington who is working for the Sun, who is also investigating a little bit deeper. He got an email back from the National Defense saying that they are working hard to issue a statement today. As of right now, I didn't see any statement out. I'm going to email them again because I think it's really important. Then the SPVM gave me like an appointment for me to come and give my information, but they gave it to me next week. So they are not really in a hurry to identify that guy, I'm pretty sure, because if you really want to find the person, you will ask me to come today or as soon as possible. But they gave my appointment only next week. And if you look at the footage of me chasing him outside of the military base and the footage from the church, you can see he's wearing the same shoes. It's the same shoes that he's wearing, and the picture is clear. It's the same glasses that he's wearing. So I don't know what will happen, if they would do anything or not, but I'm pretty sad to see that no big mainstream media did actually pick up that story. That is really important. If we have like an Antifa cell working inside the National Defense Department, this is a serious national security breach. We don't know yet which kind of sensitive data it was playing with. We don't know exactly what was his job inside of the department. I'm pretty sure he still worked for the department because apparently last week he was just sent to work from home. So, and I'm pretty shocked because this man probably have access to my personal information or some of my information that he can release to those Antifa thug. So my safety is at play right now. And the fact that neither the Department of National Defense and the police take that seriously.
Right. And that leads me to question, is there an Antifa cell in our Department of National Defense? This would seem like it's very likely. And if so, how many others are there? We know the United States has just designated Antifa as a terrorist organization. So do we have those people infiltrating and sitting within our national defense? This is a story of national, and I would even say international importance, with serious security implications for this country, for Canadians who are reporting on the tactics deployed by Antifa and their violence and their aggression. and puts the safety of independent journalists just like you, Alexa, and your cameraman, Guillaume, and every other person who's critical of the way Antifa conducts itself in the wild and out on the streets, that it puts all of you at risk. And if the police aren't taking this seriously and the military isn't taking this seriously, then why is this person being politically protected in this way?
Yeah. And we need to ask ourselves, why is taking so long? And I say this is pure speculation, but are they washing and cleaning the computer? Are they doing something to hide any tracks or any signs of any wrongdoing? And again, this is pure speculation, but can we have transparency from our institution, from our police enforcement, and tell the public what is going on, because we want to have answer. So that's what I'm at.
And that's why we're not sending you out into the field anymore without at least 2 to 4 security guards, because your safety has been repeatedly shown to be at risk and be compromised when you are in the vicinity of people that are affiliated with or are directly within Antifa. And so if you want to support Alexa's continued reporting on this topic and just her reporting out on the streets in general, where she faces increasing threats and violence, Rachel Gilmore, where are you on this? You can do so at standwithalexa.com.